A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the LitFest 2023. Today, we have with us a very esteemed guest, Lata Moni Das Barua, an acclaimed columnist. And it is a pleasure and honor for us to have her with us today on the LitFest. So welcome,
Thank you.
Lata. Yeah. And we would like to know more about you during the discussion and the topic as it moves on. So we are delighted to have you here with us and welcome all over again.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
So as we know from your introduction, you are a columnist, and that's such a dignified and wonderful role and so much to learn from. So we would like to know, how did your journey as a columnist begin?
It's like I have been into writing for last, I think, 3-4 years. So basically, I love reading and writing. So that's how I started with. And my first this column came about my father. So I started writing about my father, and then I started writing on issues which are based, since I belong to Assam, so the current issues about Assam. Then that's how I started writing. And yeah, it's like good opportunity to get a chance to share my views and opinions with people. It's really, I feel honored that I am getting this opportunity to share my opinions and views about with people. And yeah, that's how it started.
That's wonderful. So how has this journey of writing, and specifically writing columns, steered your life and impacted you as a person? Because the various topics, as you said, you choose, they evoke emotions from within and around you, as I understand from what you said. So how has it affected you as a person and also steered your journey in life?
My writings are basically on the current issues. I feel as a writer, you have to write the issues which are facing by the public. And while writing it, I try to keep in touch, more I try to give the expert opinion and the research based. And yes, keeping in mind about today's generation, people wanted to have more, they wanted to have writing articles more in concise and very short term, because people are so much busy in their fast moving life, so they wanted to have everything in very much digestible format and in concise. So I that's how I try to do. And I try to restrict my writings within 1,000 words, not more than that. But there are some articles, as I prefer to write about the current topic. Like I basically more love to write about the geopolitical issues or the current issue happening around the nation. So sometimes it requires more words. You cannot restrict yourself to some limited words. But keeping in mind people interest, so I try to uh, express my opinion within the limited word. That's, but sometimes I really feel, I really feel helpless, because there's so much have to share with the readers. And but I, at the same time, I have to retain the engagement of readers attention. So yeah.
Yeah, so we hope that you get as much more freedom with words so that you can express more and more. And coming back to, like as you said, you have been writing for 3 years. So over these 3 years and even before, how do you think that the writing columns specifically has evolved in the time, or has the essence of it degraded?
See, I would say, yeah, we all agree that with the with the high with the popularity of the digital content, people are more into as I said just now, that people look for this concise, and they want information in more digestible manner, in concise, where which takes less time. They want everything on the go. They want content on the go. And at the same time, with the digitalizations, people are more into visual elements. they wanted, that's the reason you must have seen that, even on televisions, even on internet also, consumptions of news have been diminishing. People are more into having informations on Twitter or on that Instagram and others, because where they get everything in the visual format. They don't have to put much brain into it, because it's in a digital format, easier to understand, and they are more in the relatable manner also, and which are also easy to avail that facilities of having news in concise and visual formats, and also in very cost, if less, it requires less cost. So, and so that is all. It's not only the writers are facing this problem, uh, uh, because when you write a column, as I said also, there are some columns that need accreditations, they need analysis, and that cannot be not that cannot be in the visual elements. There are some topics which cannot be, they need more serious thought. So as a writer, while I write, I try to keep in mind that my article should be like thought provoking, and and even if I want to add a more light-hearted tone, but some articles cannot be, but as I said, yes, with the digitalization, people are looking into more this concise and crisp everything on the go. But there are people, there is still a niche market, where people still look for depth analysis article, where they really look for the serious thought. So I would not say that it's actually diminishing, but yes, there are people, they really look for this serious thought, or more accuracy or credibility in it.
Very.
So that's how
Please continue.
yeah, that's how I see. So yes, the digital, and also it's not, I would not say this is there's disadvantages for the art, people who write. It's also advantages for them. They can also reach to a larger readers. Obviously with this changing time, you have to also incorporate your articles into multimedia elements. We can also, if we want to go on the digital, so like as I said that, if you see the news consumptions on televisions and internet have been also diminishing. People are more into Insta and YouTube. Even if you see the data, you'll see this Insta and this Twitter, they have become more popular as compared to the legacy platform Facebook, because uh, you can search easily also, and you can add more tags and quotes, where you can also have more visibility among your readers. And the advantages which what I was talking about is that as a reader also, with this digitalizations, I also find easier to reach larger people, because through I haven't started my post blog, but there are writers, they are reaching that readers through their post blogs, or this podcast have become so much popular to reach to your readers, and you can have that opinion also. You can also improve yourself, your writings, because while going digitalization, you can also add your add to your article for opinions and likings, dislikings. That way also you can improve yourself as a writer. So yes, diminishing, I would say, people this what you call this popularity of traditional writing, this article have been diminishing, but at the same time, people are going on the digital, and they're reaching to larger and larger readers. That's how I see things.
Very rightly said. So, as we evolve and adapt to the newer techniques and technologies, we should focus still, the writers especially, they should focus more on creating literary pieces than generating content for mass consumption, and with for shorter attention span, as you said, that
Yes, exactly.
yes.
Mm.
So, hopefully, writers keep that momentum going and help change the society and the mindset, as we have the responsibility to do so. So that's wonderful. So how do you select the topics for your columns?
As I said, when I select, as I said, I'd love to write the topic which are very current, which are like current topic. And you have, well, writing column, you have to be very updated, because with the digitalizations, with those high popularity of internet and other things, people are so much updated. So but when you write, like I write column for the newspaper, print media, and otherwise also print media have been diminishing. So in case of when you write something in the print media, it takes time, while people are so much updated with the internet, so they get up to date, they are always up to date. So while I choose column, so yes, I keep in mind that the topic is very much talked about topic. And this is and I try to while writing, I try to put more updated data. So, and I try to give my opinion, and I do a lot of research also. But while choosing topic, I basically choose the topic which is very much talked about, and very much current topic, which are very much burning issues, because I feel readers are so updated, they want to have discussions, something which is ongoing.
True.
And that's how I choose my topic.
That's great and very wisely done. So, if readers, anyone who is watching us, all the audience that is watching us today and who will be watching later, where can they get to read your columns?
As I said, my articles are publishing Times of India, Assam Tribune, Sentinel. These are the main newspaper in Northeast, I would say. And then Tripura Times, I write 2-3 column, the Arunachal Front, which is a newspaper basically from the Arunachal. Tripura is Times of Tripura, and Sentinel Assam for Northeast also. And there's another newspaper, Hills Times, that's again circulated more in Assam and the Meghalaya. And as I said, with the digitalization, I have to also look for creating my own blog to reach more readers, to get more connected with my readers, and to know my to know opinion about my writing. So I'm soon going to start my own blogs. That's my yes. Thank you.
That's great, and best wishes for that. And I am sure people would love to read more from your, blogs as well, as much as from your columns. Yes, that's
Thank you.
yeah. So tell us, how lucrative is the career as a columnist in India?
As I said that yes, it is. As I said, with the digitalizations, people are consuming data on the digital platform. But yes, there is a career. You can anyway, like yes, it is true that traditional newspapers popularity have been diminishing, but I'm not saying that. If you see that there's a blog and that podcast, and there are many more social formats, people are making their career, and through articles only. But you have to get very much updated, as I said, to reach to all kind of generations. You have to incorporate multimedia elements, as you have to go with the interest of the people. You have to add more visual elements. You have to keep in touch with the people's interest and their their interest. And obviously there is a career, people are making it. And I just started writing 3 years 4 years before, and I think I'm liking it and I'm loving it. I'm taking it as an honor to reach to people. So it's not only in India, and everywhere people it's just as, yes, traditional newspapers, the print media have been diminishing, but yes, social on the digitalization, on the digital platform, people are still, they love to have consume the data, digital content in the form of digital content. So yes, there is a career.
That's
And
quite
people are taking it also.
That's wonderful. And coming from a renowned columnist, it's quite an assurance for people who want to write, because, as you said, things are changing and there are apprehensions. So it's quite assuring for people who are aspiring to write, especially columns in India. So thank you for that. So tell us, what drives the content to create a good content while writing columns, or in general when you write any literary piece? What factors impact and drive the process of creating a very good content that connects with the
with your readers. That's what I said, that your with the people are more updated, and everyone is updated with and so one is that you have to be on the digital content, and also with the high speed of mobile,
Mm.
so people are more into consuming data on the go, that too on the mobile, with the increasing number of popularity of mobiles, and now everyone is having mobile handset, and they are consuming news on mobile only. So so while writing, and while you are publishing on the digital format, so you have to keep in mind, one, that it has to be a very much topic which is very much talked about. It has to be now young generation, if you see, and they are more into consuming news in the more light-hearted and digestible way.
Mm.
Although I said some topics, they requires really serious thought and analysis, high depth analysis. And so one, you can add your article, you can make your article more lighthearted, in more relatable manner to approach to your readers. And also optimizing what is the mobile users, your that like if I'm writing a column, suppose like as I write for the newspapers and all, when I put it on the social media, or when I put it in the digital format, sometimes it's not convenient for the mobile users to read. So while you are going your content on the digital format, so you have to keep in mind that your article in such a way that it is also it's going to the mobile users. So obviously talk yeah. And also like you can add just I said, a more visual format, and and I'm just forgetting what you asked. What
No,
was your question?
that was
It's on the
completely
flow, I just forgot.
that's
You can also add meta tags and mode of queries, quotas, to make it more visible to your readers. And uh, I think that question was, I'm just forgetting the question you asked.
that's
And I
completely
have to.
perfect. Do not worry. That's what you explained as I asked. What are the factors that drive creating a content in column?
So yeah. So
Yes.
obvious, yeah. So you have to take care. You have, while writing, you should also keep in mind, this is mostly consume. Your article should be designed in such a way that that can be consumed by the mobile readers. And yes, you can use more quotes or meta tags to make it more visible. You can use Twitter. Now people are consuming data, more news or more article on the Twitter. Although Twitter has its own space, there are some word limitations. So apart from Twitter, people are using this podcast, which is really very popular these days. So I think my answer is
That's just about,
solving.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
completely. Yes, completely. And what is your writing process as a person? Like, because we hear so many things about writers, they have certain quirks, or they have some process. Some like to write in a secluded place. They need their own space. What is your writing process?
See, as I said, I'm very honored to share my opinion. While I write my column, I write what I feel. Uh, uh, yes, when writing, my columns are more in a conversational way. I try to keep it more in a conversational manner, because that's how people like it. Although it's a challenge for a writers when you write something for the print media, but I try to keep it more in a conversational manner, and also I try to put questions for my readers, to make it to make my readers more engaged with my column. Because otherwise, it has, like, if you just keep writing, then it becomes more monotonous, because the person who is reading, he is very much known what's happening, and he's reading your opinion. But at times while reading, you also feel like to give your opinion while reading. And so I make it more conversational manner. I try to put questions to make the readers think about the topic. And so that's how I try. And yes, I try to make my article more thought-provoking way, so that people find it more interesting to read, and that's how I go about it.
Yeah, those are about perfect elements that you put in to create a very interesting.
I don't know how much I'm successful, because I write for the print media. So I think if it is in the format of digital, so I would have got a chance to know about people liking, disliking, so how do actually they want me to write my or to put my opinion in what format. So that's the reason, I think this is the only reason now people are consuming more on the digital format rather than on the print media format.
Yeah. So that makes me curious to know about how do you see yourself writing yourself as a writer in, say, maybe 5 or 10 years down the line?
uh, as I myself more interested to write about the current, and I write basically on the geopolitical issues. So I wanted, I'm working on it. I try to have more and more. I read a lot of online newspapers. So like if I writing column uh, uh, like about China and India. So I read the newspapers which are published. There's only one newspaper which is in China in English. So I try to read more and more newspapers which are also from in out like published in outside. Like I just few months ago I write a column about Western media approaches about Indian media. They always write negative about India media and other things. So I try to read more and more publications which are published in outside, and I try to have more and more knowledge, and I'm trying to get more opportunity to share my opinions with my readers more on the geopolitical issues or on the issues which are happening around us.
Yes, that's.
So I wanted to have more and more platform to share my views and opinions with my readers. I hope I'll have more and more platforms to share my opinions and views.
Yes, we hope, and we are quite sure we will get to read more and more about your thoughts and views and assessments on the situations, both as you observe and you create from within. So, on all the platforms, as you said, because you said you wanted to explore the digital platforms as well, and also your blog. So, we hope to see all that in near
Thank
future.
you so much.
Yes.
Thank
So,
you.
best wishes for that. And what are your words of wisdom to the budding columnists and aspiring writers?
Yeah. As I said, that people love to read more about the current topic, and this has become a very much challenging for writers to retain people's attention for longer term, for longer duration. So while expressing our opinion, in keeping in mind the credibility and the professionalism while sharing our opinion with the readers. So I would say that try to put your words, try to make your article in brief, and yes, with this with this digital popularity of consuming the content on internet, so you have to go for the digital format, and you have to incorporate multimedia elements, video, audio, to keep your readers engaged and more attractive, and put some make it more conversational way, so that readers can find it more relatable manner, uh, and and yeah, and try to give more that what you call this depth. People still look forward to depth analysis and accurate data, and keep it as a conversational way, and try to keep it more interactive way, and of that's how. And if you make your article more add some disco, so that your article can be easily, found on the Google and research. You have to make the search engine more popular to make your article more visible among the readers. So that's how you can reach to more and more readers and improve yourself also, your writing skills. And if you look for more opinion and liking, disliking, skip a page for your readers if they want to add something, if they want to say something about your article. So that's how one can go ahead with their writing skills for their readers.
That's some great insight and input for the people aspiring to write. And I'm sure they will learn a lot from this. So we have talked so much about columns and everything, and we see you envisioning yourself being a columnist for another many more years to come. So do we also have a hint of seeing Lata Moni Das Barua as a fictional writer, or maybe writing a story or coming up with a book or something like that?
I haven't given a thought on this. So as I love writing about and reading about more geopolitical issues, and so maybe sometimes later, but I haven't given a thought of it. I wanted to reach more and more readers now through my column. I wanted to share my opinions and my views. I want to make my column more reachable to all kind of generations. So that is my I'm working on it, let's see, but I haven't thought of writing a book or in near future, not now as of. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's wonderful. And so we have a hardcore columnist who is focused on the mission and not straying from it. And that's a wonderful thing to learn for writers, because in today's generation, as you said, with so much of attention shifting, people also want to try so many things and then they quite not succeed. So it's better to stick to one and then, focus on it. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So thank you for sharing that
Thank
insight. So since we have some time, would you like to continue with some more exploring about your writing, or can we take a call and then bring it to an end, the discussion?
I think we have discussed all aspects. If you want me to add something on it, then let me know. We can have more discussions on it also.
Okay, so I think that's just about everything that we wanted to know from you as of now. And of course, we want to look forward to more opportunities to interact with you and get to know more about your work that you keep adding on to your list. And that's wonderful. So it has been a wonderful meeting and a great honor to have you with us today at the Lit Fest 2023. So
thank you so very much for having me. It's such a great opportunity and such a big platform to reach to my readers. It's really such an honor. I'm really so much thankful and grateful for giving this platform to share my views with my readers. And I'm also looking for much more opportunity on your platform to express myself, to express my views, to express my opinions about much more topics, which is more talked about in this scenario today's time. Thank you so very much once again for having me. Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.